course, because in the morning session it was told that we were told that by the end of this month we will try to arrange for technical interviews, kind of thing.
Okay.
So how much days it will take approximately to complete this course, technical part?
2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. It will take.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Means this week we started, means next week also we have a training. Another week you may have a version test kind of stuff. Okay. The training may any missing points. If you have a time, then we will cover it. Kind of stuff. Any small mistakes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so guys, we discussed about what is networking and about a topologies. Okay, and LAN, MAN, CAN, WAN kind of stuff. Inter-VLAN routing. Intranet, internet concept and different devices.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have one doubt. Can you please explain once again internet and intranet?
Okay, intranet. Intranet means, for example, you want to access youtube.com, facebook.com, gmail.com. So you need internet, right? Without internet, you can't access.
Okay.
So internet means it is outside network compulsory. You have to get connected to your outside of the network. Okay. For example, you have a server, some web server. Okay. It is a web server which contains web pages. Or you have a computer in your PC, or maybe you have a mail server in your network. So no internet, only it is a simple LAN network only. Okay, and you have a certain computers. So you are communicating directly to this mail server or a web server or A to B or B to A or C to D or C to A. We are communicating without having any additional connectivity. Simply LAN we can able to communicate. This is called a intranet.
Okay.
This is called a internet. A can able to communicate it to this. A can able to send and receive mails from mail server. C can able to send a mails from server. And B can communicate C. D can communicate A. But without any internet. So within the same LAN network only. We don't require any internet subscription for that one. Okay. This is intranet. Communicating in private. Okay, accessing in a private network, in your own private network. Internet means in globally there is a lot of servers are there. Okay, Google server is there, Gmail server is there, yeah, YouTube is there, Facebook is there. Okay, Microsoft is there. But there are located in different geographical locations, right? It is not in your house or not in your office, not in your place. So compulsory, we need a internet.
Okay.
What is internet? Networks of network. Multiple networks are connected to each other. Networks of network. You want to access a gmail.com. Gmail is a mail server. You want to access the Gmail mail server for sending and receiving emails. What we need? We need a internet. You have to go outside of your network. So then only we can reach this internet. Then only we can access.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Internet is a networks of network.
Okay, sir.
Global network, public network, like that we can use the words. Intranet is a private network. I think I've written somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. So here it is. So we are going to discuss few points. First one is I will start with the cables and NIC, and then we'll discuss about devices. Already I given small idea about certain devices, but still we have to device. So first we'll start with the cables. What are the networking cables are there? Okay. What are the networking cables are there? So to connect in the network, so we need an IC.
Sir, are you sharing your screen now?
My screen shared. So otherwise I will
If
reshare.
you are not able to,
No, just wait. Now can you able to get something on your screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Visible, right? Okay. So you have a cables. So first is important is NIC, next is cable. Okay. First we have to talk like what are the requirements to communicate in the network is first is NICs, then cables, then connectivity like a protocols, devices kind of stuff. Actually, the cable or NIC, which one is, you should use it. We'll see that. Okay. So to connect in the network, we need these things. So what it is, we need a NIC and we need a cables and we need a devices to make a connecting. Next, to communicate in the network, we need a protocols and logical addressing. But actually I have to tell about NIC first, but I'm start with the cabling. Okay. So actually I want to start with NIC, small pattern changes. Because there is a MAC address, again it will disconnect from actual matter. This is called a coaxial cable. There is a centralized cable. There is center wire is there, you can see. There is a center cable is there, wire. This is original signal is passing through that center conductor. If you see outside, there is a copper mesh. What is the use of that copper mesh? To protect your signal from electromagnetic interference. Electromagnetic interference. Okay. What is electromagnetic interference? You know, here this electromagnetic interference, with that one only we are getting a mobile signals. You know, it's a magnetic and electrical waves touches your conductor, so it will absorb the signal from it. Why it is required to protect it? Because outside there is a different type of signals are going on, which uh, link to your actual signal, which is mixed with your actual signal. It create a crosstalk. Then signal got disturbed. Signal will be get a disturbed. So original data will be lost. So that is a coaxial cable. And there is a different type of connectors are there. Depends upon the way you are connecting. BNC connectors, different T connectors we are using. Still it is like, you know, olden days cable TV type. Now also you can see dish TV. You have a dish TV. Dish TV, the dish to your TV or other setup box, there is a cable. That is a coaxial cable. You're getting.
Sir, what is the use of that foil shield?
Shield is protect your signal from electromagnetic interference.
No, that copper one is used to protect our signal from electromagnetic this interference. But one more layer is there in silver color. What is the use of that one?
That is just for protection purpose only. This one, foil shield, is also same.
Yes.
Same purpose. So it's not allow any signal to cross it. Depends upon one cable to another cable, they will put it. Dielectric
Okay.
Also same. It's not allow any kind of electrons to pass through it.
Sir, what is RJ45 cable?
Yeah. There is a RJ45 cable is also there. We'll get 1 second. There's a 3 cables. The first one is coaxial cable. We actually thought something and it is result is something. Okay. So can you see there is no additional foil? This is central wire, and this is some dielectric material like a plastic material, and there it is a copper mesh. Okay. So what is the use of this one? Actually, for sending a signal only, for conducting purpose, signal purpose. But it's a copper wire, so electrical signal. Okay. So this is how a cable is look like. So if you are connecting, so just for attachment purpose, how it is look like once you are given a certain attachment. Of course, nowadays we are not using for a networking purpose. Okay. Okay, there is a center for wire used to main signal. Main signal. Okay. Copper mesh to protect.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you send all this material to us?
What it is?
This is which you are saving in your words.
Do you want a class material?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I want the class material. All this which you are writing it in own words, notes kind of.
Notes, running notes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, running notes is a simple link. Okay, so where it is your
So that we can easily practice or
you can
learn.
easily read anytime, anywhere with a simple link. Okay, so
Yes,
I
sir.
posted this earlier, so again no problem, you can post it. And also in this classroom also there is a daily class notes I added here, but to make it more easy. So can you see this is materials?
Yes, sir.
Daily class notes. Here also it is there. So you can access anytime from here also. Either you can come here, or if you have that WhatsApp link, also you can able to access anytime, anywhere. Okay. So to protect your main signal from electromagnetic interference. Okay. So it's small points only. So we don't use the coaxial cables for our regular internet. Of course, maybe in olden days, in certain countries like US based countries, they use these cables for both TV as well as internet. Okay, now everything is moved to the fiber optical cables only, but local networks all are twisted pair cables only. Pair cables. Okay, so what is this twisted pair cables? Okay, twisted pair cables are two type. One is UTP. Okay, twisted pair cables are UTP type and STP type cables. Unshielded twisted pair cable, shielded twisted pair cable. What is UTP? Unshielded twisted pair cable, STP shielded twisted pair cable. So in twisted pair cables, there are two types. Okay, so how it is UTP STPs look like? Okay, these are UTP STP cables. I'm taking only one example like this. So why I'm taking this is clear colors you can able to see from here. Okay. This is the twisted pair cables. You can see clearly this is unshielded twisted pair cable. You can see there is no shielding. This is a bunch of wires in the one single bunch of wires as a single cable, but there is no shielding. That's a unshielded twisted pair cable. There are the shielding is there. Okay, like a copper mesh is there now. Copper mesh or silver foil is for to protect your signal from electromagnetic interference. Okay, so why number of twist? Okay, here it is. Pair of wires twist each other. Pair of wires twist each other. Okay, pair of wires twist each other. That's why it is called like twisted pair cables. Okay. Okay. So all are in a one single cable. Why twist? Number of twist increases, attenuation decreases, the speed of data transmission increases. The twist will cancel this attenuation property. That in a transmission lines, again, it's not a electronics or electrical part, okay? It's a part of electronics or electrical. So it's a transmission lines property. So don't worry, no problem. But this twisted thing is attenuation means it is oppose the flow of your signal. Okay, so if attenuation decreases, your flow of signal increases. Okay, so attenuation, to decrease the attenuation, what they are doing, they twist the cable wires. The speed of data transmission increases. Why shield is required? Shielded twisted pair cable, shielded so copper mesh to protect data from electromagnetic interference. Electromagnetic interference causes crosstalk, means mixture of signals. Okay, that is the point. We call this type of cables called 8-pair wires. It called so 8 wires are there. Totally, we have 8 wires in this UTP STP cable. So we call it as a 4-pair cable or 8-wire cable. It is 4-pair cable. Okay, we use a RJ45 connector and a socket. RJ means registered. RJ means registered jack. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is, we'll find it. So this is the RJ45 sockets, plugs. Okay, RJ45 means registered jack. This type of connector we call it as RJ45. So this is a plug and there is a socket also there. Okay, so I will put a socket also. I will try to find the RJ45 socket. Motherboard socket is there. Socket. Okay, this is for a motherboard, how it is look like. Even for a laptops also it is there. Even for a laptops also it is there. Okay, so where you will connect with a wire. So it is RJ45 connect. See, this is how it is connected.
Sir, what is the main use of this RJ45 cable?
You want to connect devices in a LAN with wire. So like you have a desktop, you have to connect with a wide connectivity, right?
For LAN
Yeah,
connection.
LAN connectivity, wide connectivity. So where you will connect to this plug on it. So this kind of this wire is go to this socket.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so these wires, if you see here, it is different color wires are there. Different colors are there. Okay, so I will write the colors. Already I've written, but I will add it again. So one by one. So we have a orange color. Orange color wire is there. This orange color wire is paired with a white orange. There is a green wire. green wire is paired with a white green. It's a 4-pair cable, right? It's 4-pair, 8 wires. One wire is orange, the pairing wire is white orange, like that it is. Blue, white, blue. Okay, so twisted pair cable. These are the wire colors. Color coded wires is like this. One is orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, brown, white, brown, kind of stuff. Okay, so this is your okay. Sorry, this is a twisted pair cables, guys. Not finished. Okay, there is a categories of different twisted pair cables out there. Okay, so from starting it is different categories. So this twisted pair cable having a category, like there is a cat 1, two, cat 3, cat 4, cat 5, cat 6, sorry, 5e, okay. Different categories are there in the cable. Okay, so this one is will take time, guys. Cable category. Okay, so I'm giving some speed, guys. Here it is. Cat 1. Speed is it's usually in certain textbook it is 1 Mbps. Whether it is 1 Mbps or I am not touching. Okay, so it's a volt type. It's a telephone cables. If you see any old telephone type cables, that is Cat 1 cables. The user connectivity is RJ11, and it is a 2-pair wire. It is a 2-pair wire. Okay, olden days we have a telephone cables, internal modem, external modem. Okay, telephone cables. Through that one, we can able to connect and communicate. So that is also RJ45 connector. It is. It's a 2-pair cable. Next, from here onwards, Cat 2 cable onwards, it is RJ45 only. So I'm writing in a reverse order to avoid the small confusions. Cat 6 is 1 Gbps type of cable. Cat 5, some people it is a 1 Gbps. Okay, some people say like this. Okay, so that is also correct, 1 Gbps. Different bandwidths are there, guys. Even 1 Gbps also won't give that much speed. Cat 6 is 1 Gbps, up to 1 Gbps guarantee speed. This is not give 1 Gbps. Cat 5 is 100 Mbps speed. Cat 4 is 16 Mbps speed. Cat 3 is 10 Mbps speed. Cat 1, so 1 Mbps, sorry, 4 Mbps speed. These are the different categories of cables. So when you want to buy
Sir,
a LAN cable, yeah, tell me.
do we need to know about the function of each cables? Is
Not
it
required, not required.
okay, sir?
Okay, just for our understanding, what is the cable, what type of LAN cable, like a twisted pair cable or a UTP or STP cable we are using, Cat6 is suitable now. Cat6, Cat5e is the better options. Okay. So give good
Okay, sir.
speed. These three are good. This is much better. Okay.
As a fiber
That is
optical cable.
Cat2, Cat3, we don't use it. Cat4 also we don't use it. Currently we are not using. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, this is how the cable is there. This is also called as a patch cable. This cable, we call it as a patch cable. This is called a patch cable. Okay, this is called a patch cable. So little down. What is a patch cable or a LAN cable? So this is how it is look like. Two side it is the cable connector is there, RJ45 connector. One side it is go to the system, means one device, another go to another device. For computer, one side it is go to computer, another device either wall mount or a switch it will go or a hopper. Okay, so this type of cable we call patch cable, LAN cable. So like that you can able to create this type of cables, guys. To create these cables, to test the cables, we need a certain equipment. We need a certain equipment. So are like this. Or look like this one. So here it is. This is the cable tester. This is the cable tester. Okay. One side of this cable is go to this, other side go to this, and using this tester we can test how this cable is working. If the cable is completely working or anything is damaged, so we can do it. Okay. Next, this is crimping tool. So you have to connect this RJ45 connector. See, can you see these connectors? You have to connect it to the cable. So how can we do? We can use this crimping table. This is the RJ45 connector. Use the crimping table to connect it. This is the how wires look like. You have to insert it. Of course, you need a small training for that one if you want to really want to do on it. Okay. So these are the tools we use it, like a crimping tool, testing tool, RJ45 connector, and the cables. So that is how we can do it. Testing for testing the cable, crimping tool to create the cable, to create the patch cable. Okay. A small information I will going to write here, guys. So here it is. You have a patch cables. You have written about a patch cables part, but there is cables always not like that. Okay. So we have a straight through cable. Crossover cable. Roll or cable. Okay. So where we use this straight cable means that the way you're connecting this crimping means the wires. So based on that, the straight cables, cross cables are created. Straight cables are used to connect devices. PC to switch, PC to switch, or a hub. Which cable you use? What cable you are using? Straight cable. Or you want to connect a switch or a hub to router, also this type of connectivity. Different cables, different devices. Crossover cable used to connect similar devices. Example, PC to PC switch, or a hub to switch, hub. Okay, PC to router, like this. Okay, router to router, kind of. Rollover cable is to connect your switch or a router to PCs RS232, which is nothing but a serial port of a PC serial port. This is used for a configuration purpose. So rollover cable used to configure router or a switch, routers, switches, configuration purpose. So we will connect console I need two more lines. No problem. Okay. It is just for our understanding, straight through cable and one. Okay, so no one will ask you that much, guys, but better to know some information. That's the point. Okay. But knowing what is a straight through cable, crossover cable kind of stuff, cable color coding is it will take time to understand. Okay, so I'm not giving like a so you must know now only kind of stuff. I'm not talking like that. So I'm giving small information, straight through cable, okay, and crossover cable where we use it. So in this cable manufacturing, while they use this crimping one side of the cable is if they follow this color code, other side also they follow same color code. That is called a straight through. See, first pin of the cable, first pin, here first pin, what color it is, same, you can see, same. Crossover is not like that. The first pin, what color it is, and other side, third pin having same color. This side second pin, this side sixth pin. This is third pin, this is first pin. This side 6, 2. That's it is called a 1. This is 1, 3, 2, 6. 1 go to 3, 2 go to 6. 6 go to 2, 3 go to 1. Okay. That's a formula. Some people put a blind one is 1326. What is 1326? So one side of cable, first pin is what color you use it, same color we should use it at a third pin. Okay, so that's the point, guys. It is straight cable, cross cable, and rollover cable. Rollover cables are, yeah, if you have any Cisco routers switches, you have to configure that routers switches. We need a rollover cable. We connect a switch or a router console port to your PC's RS-232 connection. Okay, so this is a your twisted pair cable. Still there is a fiber optical cable is also there. Okay, it is a fiber optical cable. What is fiber optical cable? Okay, it is actually made up of glass. So inside there is a glass and it is covered with the cladding. So the internal cable, that's the core cable. Internal one we call it as a core cable. So the internal cable we call it as a core cable. Okay, that is covered with the cladding, but both are glass only. And outside there is a, for strengthening purpose, there is a plastic shield, and as well as a possible they will put a one metallic shield also. Depends upon where it is used. It's made up of glass. It is made up of glass means, so if we have to use a light signal in UTP STP cables, coaxial cables, we use a electrical signal. In a fiber optic cables we are using light signals. Okay, guys, comparatively UTP STP, fiber optical cable can communicate very long distance communication. Very high speed data transmission is there. Very high speed data transmission is there. Very long distance communication, very high speed data transmission is there. Of course, we don't use for LAN purpose. Our regular LAN purposes, we are not using. For our regular LAN purposes, what cable we are using?
Coaxial.
UTP, STP cable, not coaxial. Okay, we don't use coaxial. We use a twisted pair cable, UTP or a STP cables, mostly UTP cables. Okay, so why we are not using fiber optical cables for LAN communication? Okay, that point I will tell because it is cheaper and costly concept is there. That is we will discuss. We are all getting internet through fiber optical cables, not only geo kind of stuff, guys. So entire world is getting internet through fiber optical cables only. This is site called a submarine cable map. So inside your oceans, so you can see these are the ocean connectivity, country to country, continental to continental. Okay, so how they are connected. So you can see India. Okay, okay, so Mumbai. This is Chennai. This is Singapore, Visakhapatnam. Okay, Visakhapatnam. So Bangladesh, Myanmar, something it is there. So Gujarat, seaports, Kanyakumari, like that it is there. And from there it is connecting to multiple locations. See how it is connected. So we are all getting internet through Washington only. The entire cable connectivity there to Washington. You can want to see where is India, all India connectivity also, you can get it from here. So this is a fiber optic. You want to see that one. See, it is under Washington cables are look like this. Under Washington cables.
Sir, what is this cable known as? It is
Tell
under
me,
ocean.
tell me again.
Sir, what are these cable known as, which is under ocean?
It's a fiber optical cable only. These are all fiber optical cables only. Okay, so which we are putting in under Washington. So of course there is a heavy shielding is there in it. So normal fiber optical cable is very tiny, right? But surrounding to the fiber optical cable, there is a lot of shielding is there because there is a lot of things happens it inside a ocean, right? So like this, they use submarines and other equipment to dissolve it, and there is a connection boxes in the ocean itself. Okay, so this is a site which we are using to see how it is connected. As I said, guys, earlier, we don't use fiber optic cables for regular internet purpose, regular LAN communication purpose. Why it is? Okay. So for example, I want to use a fiber optical cable. Okay. So my laptop is having Wi-Fi connectivity. Okay, my laptop is having Wi-Fi connectivity. RJ45 connectivity is there. Two connectivities. Now I want a fiber optical connectivity. Means something I have to insert inside fiber optical type of cable part. And I need a fiber optical switches. So the cable is cheaper, but remaining equipment is costly. Maintenance of cable is also difficult. Okay, so this is what I am trying to say. But we use a fiber optical channels. We can use fiber optical channels, server communication, server. We use it in a server, storage, like a SANs type of storages they are using. Core networking side means core routers. Okay, core routers they use in a routing like ISP routers, not our home routers or roadside routers. So this is long distance communication, high speed data transmissions. High speed data transmission is useful. Server to server, server to storage. Okay, network. So these are we are using, not using for a regular. Okay, so these are the different cables. So people are shouting, please. Will try to change the room meanwhile if possible. Okay. Yeah. Take a break, guys. So once cable completed, next we'll go to NIC and all. Okay. Take a break. Take 15 minutes of break. I'll be back fast. Okay. 4:40.
We can join again after 15 minutes. Right now, we can we disconnect?
If you disconnect, also you can join by 4:40. Okay. Take it.
Yes, sir.
No.